I want to answer in class, but I was too scared. I start things, but I never finish. I don't even know why I get angry so quickly. These are the silent cries of so many children today. Children look fine on the outside, but are struggling quietly on the inside. And that's why mentorship matters. That is why the Exceptional Children's Tribe exists. We've seen children who once couldn't raise their hands in class now leading discussions with boldness and joy. Have you been joining my Exceptional Tribe journey? We've watched children who couldn't finish a single task now wake up early, follow routines, and take responsibility proudly. We've even seen children who once couldn't pray or fast now walking in self control and spiritual strength. This transformation is real. It's happening every day right in the Exceptional Children's Tribe. So don't wait. Let your child be the next. The early bird discount ends November 30th. After that, the fee rises from £50 to £70. Go now listen to my Exceptional Tribe journey. Parents have been coming live every day to share real transformations in their children since joining the Exceptional Children's Tribe. Join us and see what's possible when a child is guided, loved, and mentored right.
Hello, amazing parents. It's such a joy to be here again. Welcome to my Exceptional Tribe journey again today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you are joining us from, depending on your time zones. Welcome to another powerful episode of my Exceptional Tribe journey, where we spotlight real parents, real stories, real transformation happening daily inside the Exceptional Children's Tribe. My name is Coach Jemo, your child's confidence coach, your child's mentor, your child's cheerleader, and I'm so honored to be your host today. Now, family, the joy in my heart right now, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, I am so joyful right now. Because today, guess what? We have someone that's truly special, a woman of purpose, a woman of intentional sacrifice, a woman of so much support. Ladies and gentlemen, if intentional parenting had a face, it would be her. If dedication had a voice, it would still be her. This amazing mother is up now at 6 a.m. US time just to be here. Despite her extremely tight, demanding schedule, she still created time to be here. She creates time to grow herself, her children. She has two exceptional champions in the tribe, Ethan and Elora. And even sometimes the sessions are so inconvenient for them because of time zone. She still ensures that they attend all sessions. That level of commitment is rare. It is beautiful. And it's deeply honorable. Ma, we celebrate you today. We appreciate you. We thank you so much for leading with so much grace, so much wisdom, and so much love. Family, help me welcome the incredible, the inspiring Mrs. Nkechi Esoga. If you're watching, put some love in the comments. Put your hands together for her. Thank you so much for joining today. It's such an honor to have you on this stream. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
If you're watching us right now, we are live at my Exceptional Tribe journey. Please, this is a very good time to share this link. Share this link to your family, your friends, your relatives. Like, put it on your status, put it everywhere. Just put it everywhere. You could be helping another parent, you could be helping another child. And so now let's dive right in, Mr. Nkechi. Are you ready for us? Are you ready? Yes. So please share with us, how did you first hear about the Exceptional Children's Tribe? And what prompted you? What made you decide to register Ethan and Elora? Please, over to you, Ma.
Hello, everybody. Good morning from here. Thank you so much, Coach JMO. It's such a privilege to be here to share and lend my voice as well to this wonderful journey and wonderful thing that's happening in our day and age. So, what inspired me? I've been part of a mentoring and coaching session for parents and for myself as well for a while now. And I observed certain things with my children that we're continuing to work on. The organization, independence, self-esteem, confidence, courage, especially in these climes. We know that all those things are much, much, much important. We've been doing it from the little knowledge that we have from the Intentional Parent Academy that I'm part of. But I felt, okay, it's time also for them to hear what we're trying to teach them from someone else that's not their parents as well. So a friend of mine in the UK, Chioma, told me about, she just, we're talking on the phone one day and she said, my child just completed this wonderful confidence course, and it was amazing. The classes are so relatable. The books are so easy to read. You can sit down and finish reading them in 10 minutes. She was like, I was even reading the books with my children. And, this has just really transformed my life. Everything I've been trying to tell my daughter, she's finally grasping it. And I said, why are you just telling me that now that you've already finished the course? Why didn't you tell me first? I said, I beg, share link, sharp, so that we can get on board, because for personally, I do desire that my children soar, that they grow, that they fly, that nothing restricts them as far as being completely who God has called them to be. And when such limitations exist in a child's life, it can set them back. They might be doing excellent academically, but if character-wise they are not excelling, if character-wise they are not standing out, then they will not really go far. So yeah, that's how we jumped in and jumped on, and we've been running. It's been 3 months?
Wow.
Or 2 months, 2+ or 3 months now. And it's been wonderful so far.
Wow. Wow, that was amazing indeed. Yes, Mrs. Chima was here to share sometime last week. She shared her incredible journey in the Exceptional Children's Tribe as well. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing that. That was really very inspiring. That's powerful. Thank you for taking the courageous first step. You chose growth. And your results today, obviously, they are speaking loudly. You chose not just to grow to yourself, but to ensure that your children are also in a system where they are also growing. That's powerful. Well done, ma. Now, before joining the tribe, what concerns or struggles did you notice in Ethan and Elora? What were the things you observed that made you say, my children need more? They need support.
Yes. We grew up for me personally, I grew up in Nigeria, and we are very much conscious, or we're very much aware of the competitive spirit, right? We want to be competitive in everything. So I feel like it passed on genetically to my children. However, they were struggling with collaboration. As siblings, very close in age, 17 months apart. This one thinks I'm the boss. The other one thinks that nobody wants to listen to the other. You hear them say, you're not the boss of me. And then this one is shout, so collaboration. But we have started to read, now reading books, and learning about collaboration, learning about leadership, and that leadership, because my son, Ethan, geez, Lord, have mercy. Born leader, born leader. But if you listen to his book review, he said leadership is not just about leading other people and trying to be boss over all of them, but also making people feel like they belong. So that part about collaborating was not really something they used to practice, and we're working on that. And then again, independence as well. Independence. We've been trying to work on certain things based on the knowledge gathered at TIP, the Intentional Parent Academy, but it's just been a struggle. It's continuing to be a work in progress, but it's just been a struggle because mommy for everything, mommy this, mommy that. So that part too, independence is one thing that we were working on, and emotional intelligence was also a struggle. We're still working on that, but those things are the things that I saw and I said, okay, we need to do better. Yes.
Incredible. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. So honestly, that is very relatable for a lot of children, that is just very, very, very relatable. Thank you so much for your honesty. Many parents that are listening, they can actually deeply relate with all these that you just shared. Thank you for sharing. So let me ask, at this, what part of the tribe do they really enjoy the most? Like, and why do you think that particular aspect of the tribe connects with them emotionally? Let us know.
Yes. So I'll start with Elora. Elora told me, well, I like the weekly tasks. I was asking and talking to her about it. And she said she likes the weekly tasks and being able to just do some of that research, read the books, conclude them, talk about what she learned. And also, both of them, they like the Saturday meetings. They like the
Oh,
live meetings that we have once a month. And for my son also, who is, of course, he wants to be out there. He's very outspoken. He's very sanguine, so he does like the connection with other children on the live meeting on that day. And they're looking, so, and then, so the weekly tasks, when we do the weekly tasks, they go and they look at the of videos that other children posted,
yeah.
and they're saying, "Oh, mommy, can I see Chigozie? Can I see? Where's Mitchell? Where is this person?" So, and it's
Oh,
such a great thing that we post it on Telegram because, again, and that's another thing too. I'm learning to learn that children see and learn from other people. I've always subscribed to the fact that they learn by what they observe. They learn by association. So them going, I used to be like, okay, I don't want them to start comparing themselves with these children and feeling bad that they're not doing well. But I've started to see that it's a highlight for them. It's kind of teaching them that, okay, this person can speak this way. This person can be bold and come out this way. I can also do it too. So the weekly tasks, the videos, the voice notes as well. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, mommy," but then sometimes they're, "Oh, mommy, we need to do code GMO today. We haven't done code GMO today." So they're just different things that speak to different people. And that's why I like it. For me, I like the voice notes. The fact that they're 2 minutes long is
yeah,
amazing. They are
yeah.
that short attention. They want to get to the next thing, the next second, but that they can pick one thing from it. Like yesterday, and we've started doing the voice notes in the mornings. We try
Oh,
to start
wow.
because it comes in, your time when.
Oh,
So we try to do it before school in the morning so that they can pick something. Like yesterday, I said, well, okay, so when you go to school, help someone out, or was it 2 days ago? The task for the day, do something nice for someone. Then when you come back, we discuss it. And they came home and we discussed it. So it was such an amazing thing to relate to and
yeah.
also to be able to practice as well.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Incredible. Like, seriously, this is really phenomenal. I'm glad that they are enjoying their tasks. I also enjoy watching their tasks. That's the truth. Like, the way they own, these things, it's just amazing. And their book reviews as well. I remember the either when he reviewed the book on, was it leadership? Like the way he
Yeah,
was speaking, you could
yeah,
just see it. And truly, truly, they learn from that community. A lot of
yeah,
children I've spoken to, because I speak to a lot of them, one on one. They'll tell
yeah,
me, I enjoy the community. Like, I watch other children and it helps me know, okay, I can actually do this. It
yeah,
helps them grow. It helps
mm,
them. The fact that they see other children with similar values and then learn
mhm,
from them, it makes all the difference. And of course, you also mentioned the live sessions. Oh, that's a great place to also learn and to connect with like minds as
right.
well. Thank you, Ma, for sharing that. That was really, really profound. Thank you so much. And of course, yes, the voice notes. Oh, the voice notes. I remember a friend that shared that her son always before he sleeps is my voice note. Before, he also always writes down when
Yes,
of course, because and that's why I try to make it fun, tell them stories, what they, the things that would really catch their attention and
yes,
help them also implement. Thank you for sharing that. That was really, really beautiful. When a child enjoys learning, transformation becomes effortless. That's the
yes.
truth. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you so, so much. So about I don't know if you want to start with Ethan or Elora. Is there anything you've noticed recently, like how do I even put it now? In what ways have you seen them like grow? You
Yes,
understand, emotionally,
yes,
socially, spiritually,
yes,
academically, or even in confidence. However, like,
yes,
can start with any of them, ma, please.
yes. So I can see that collaboration,
Mm,
is improving. They are definitely working better on collaborating. And it helps because you see examples in the books, on
yeah,
how to collaborate, how to work with other people, even if you bring up the idea. But the fact that you will need a team to complete. And that was one thing that stood out for Ethan. You have to have a team that will work on your plan together with you. It's not all about me and me and me. Children, I think they are naturally selfish, but that's seeing all of that. So they are now learning to begin to work together, that it's a common goal. It's not a competition. Even in, it's so funny because my children compete so much. They do a Bible quiz, but then you see them, they are both on the same team. But then this one is trying to outdo the other person. It's just something. So, and I keep telling them, you are a team. You are not competing against each other. You are competing against the other people. So don't continue to see yourselves as competition against each other. But now, and also the fact that we have conversations that are being opened up, you know, the voice notes open up conversations. So we talk deeply about it versus before. For example, even we as parents, back in the past, when they start arguing and all of that, we would not handle it the best way. But now
Yeah.
we talk about it and say, okay, what worries you about this? Like, why are you so concerned about winning your sister? Or the voice notes on drugs, on vaping, for example. And we brought up that discussion. And, they've talked to them about it at school. We've discussed some of it at home. And now they're hearing Coach GM also talk about it. It kind of solidifies some of those things. So some of that awareness. Also, we are also now working on confidence and boldness to be able to say no to what is wrong. So even if it's someone you love so much that is a friend that is doing the wrong thing, or is trying to persuade you to do the wrong thing, they are learning to use their voice to say, no, I'm not going to do that. So there's just been, a lot of, even though we are a work in progress, but there's so much awareness, there's so much that we're learning. There's so much interest now that is being built up on them to do better, to be better. With time management, for example, you'll be in the shower, somebody is there and wants to stay there till school is over. you know, um, and we continue, and we've always had schedules but sometimes they just fall off and they don't care about the schedule. Even if you have timers on, they just don't care about it. But having to continue to repeat it, repetition, really, repetition. So every day there's something from Kojemo that says you can do better, you can do better. Today can be better. That repetition, that is now becoming a habit of excellence. A habit
Wow.
of an exceptional child. So it's an all-round growth, and I know that we are going to even see more growth going to happen too in the future.
Wow, wow. Habit of excellence. I caught
Yeah,
that. That was amazing. Truly, truly. Habits is it's just from simple, small steps repeated
right.
consistently. You
Yes.
know, thank you so much for sharing that. Like, I can relate with that time management part. A lot of parents have shared like time management. And so I told them, I said, next year we have a whole month curriculum
Yes.
on time management, routine and structures. Yes, we dealt with it this year, but we dealt with it in batches. I remember like in the voice notes, there was a whole week on time management, and another week after some months that we talked about time management. But this time around, in next year curriculum, we have it in a whole month. We have a book on routines and structures. The
Nice.
one for 6 plus is my time, my routine, my superpower, and the one for 10 plus is exceptional routines, the exceptional routines of a champion, something like that. So we have 2 books on that, one for 6 plus, one for 10 plus. So there's a whole month on
Mhm.
them, building structures, their routines, managing their time. So it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait for next year. Like, the
Yes.
curriculum is so mind blowing. Whenever I think of the curriculum of next year, I'm so excited.
Mm.
Well, Dilma, thank you so much for sharing that. I'm glad that you said you've seen some transformation. They are still work in progress, but of course, things are changing because every day they are hearing something different. They're
Exactly.
hearing that they can do better. There's
Yes.
nothing sweeter than visible growth in a
Yes.
child. There's nothing like that. Honestly, it's just amazing. Thank you for sharing so honestly. Thank you so, so much. In fact, I've watched them grow actually.
Mhm.
Speaking to them one on one a number of times, I've watched them grow. Like, they've actually evolved from
Yes.
where they are coming from. Definitely, in children, it's very easy for children to grow. It's just to be doing
Yes.
this small, 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 small.
Intentionally. Yes. The
Yes,
little steps.
intentionally, honestly,
Yes.
intentionally.
Yes.
And of course,
Yes.
when we take notes, like I love to journal because journaling helps you to even notice even the little
Mhm.
changes, that happens. It makes a lot of difference. So can you tell us, Ma, please, what books They try books. I know they've read a lot of them, but which ones did they enjoy most? And even the webinars and the courses, we had some courses as well. And which one, like, do you think have really impacted them the most? Which one is their favorite books, their favorite webinars, their favorite courses? And, if there are ones
So
that have impacted them the most, yes.
yes. So they liked Shine Bright, Shine Bright. They also liked the one on creativity. What is it called again? I
Yeah,
forget
it's
what
the
it's
leader
called.
in me. It's leader in me. It's the
So
leader in me.
creativity and then adaptability as well. So the one
Oh,
that has to
yeah.
do with independence and adaptability, they
That
like that
stands
too.
strong. Yes.
Yes. Those three books, Laura said that the creativity one is her favorite because
Oh,
of
wow.
course she likes to be creative. My daughter wants to do everything under the sun. But then those actionable little steps. So
Yeah.
these are the children that will want to go out and they want to have a book sale, for example. We just finished reading all the books and now they want to take all their old books and go and do a book sale.
Wow.
So we're going to have a discussion on should we do a book sale or should we just donate the books? Because this is the season of Thanksgiving in the US. So all those little acts of kindness, you start seeing, random acts of kindness everywhere. So the creativity in them is really growing. Another thing too that I forgot to mention, that second voice or third voice or fourth voice that Coach GMO has become, to
Yeah.
solidify all the values. And I've heard so many parents on the review on this exceptional tribe journey also mention the same thing, especially when you're in the diaspora like this.
Mm.
It's not easy. Like back home, you go to school, your teachers, the children's teachers, most of the time, not all the time, kind of share similar values, with
Yes.
the home values. But here, it's a little different. You go to school, kids might do something, they overlook it. They don't reinforce what you're saying. But Coach GMO is now another teacher whose voice kind of solidifies what we've been trying to pass on. And when you say something, I'll just look at them like, okay, did you hear what she just said? And they say, oh, mommy, what's mommy? Or sometimes they'll just smile and, they know deep within. But the truth is, these children are learning. And it
Hmm.
fascinates me because sometimes we get discouraged and say, oh, they're not learning, they're not growing. But it is amazing that when you're not looking, the little things that they will do, the little changes that I see. I'm like, okay, the things that we're saying are actually making a difference, even if at the moment it doesn't look like it, but when we're not looking, they make good decisions. And I'm really encouraged. I'm encouraged to say, okay, those things are making a difference. So let's keep working on it too. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Honestly, the part of making good decisions, especially in our absence as parents, it makes
Yes.
all the difference because we won't always be there for these children, right? They'll
Yes.
get older, they will leave our houses. So thank you so much. That was amazing. Like application, that's where destiny actually starts shifting from. Like when you know that this child can make a good, you're more confident to let the child go, when the child is grown. Thank you so much. Have you seen any changes in their sense of responsibility, maybe chores, discipline, or even their structure? Like,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
let's hear
So,
that.
like I said, we've always had these schedules and everything, but recently I have seen that you don't need to talk too much because now they know what they're supposed to do, their chores. They need to do the dishes, for example. We are not having to continue to fight over it, shout about it. Everybody knows this is what needs to be done and we're gonna get it done. Yesterday yesterday I came back from work and we were just having a conversation and everybody was having fun and all of a sudden I made a statement. I think I said something sternly to Ethan and he said, but mommy, you were just happy. Why are you already sad? And I said, no, I'm not angry. I'm just having a conversation, but the way he said it, unlike him, that he
Hmm.
would want to push back. If he heard that kind of tone from me, he would want to respond in that kind of, but he said, mommy, you were just happy. Calm down. Don't be angry now. I said, okay, I am not. I'm just making a point. Okay. I want you to be aware that I'm just making a point. So, that's awareness too, which is one of the biggest things, especially with my son that we've been working on, but that's self-awareness. He's beginning to learn how to say, I'm sorry, beginning to learn how to take responsibility for his actions
Hmm.
because we are continuing to reinforce these things. So I really appreciate this tribe. I really appreciate you, Coach GMO, One thing I should take full advantage of is I'm going to tell Coach GMO, if you don't do this, I should start threatening, threatening them. you know but it's just really amazing, and I really appreciate you for your access as well. The fact that we can text you, you are even willing to talk to them about
Of,
issues when they come up. I really, really appreciate that. It's very rare to find such, so I appreciate it.
oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Wow, that sense of responsibilities is just is that's it for me. Self-awareness and a
Yes.
sense of responsibility. Amazing, incredibly phenomenal. Thank you, man, for sharing that. Of course, I want to speak to them every day. Honestly, sometimes I wish I have more time to speak to them every day. If I want to be able to build that connection with every of my mentees, and that's why I've made it a
Mm,
point of duty that even if I don't talk to them on their birthdays, I must speak to them.
yeah.
It makes a lot of difference because children want that connection. If
Yes.
you be able to influence a child, you start with connecting with the child. So I should be able to influence them. I've had a lot of parents that have reached out to me. Maybe the child is not behaving well in a certain area, and they're like, Kojemo, please, I need your help for this. And I've noticed, I'm not bragging. There are a lot of parents that have told me that the moment you spoke to them, this changed. I have
Yes.
a number of them. And to me, it's so humbling. Like, I'm so grateful to God for that. But these things, there are some intentional steps that you have to take to make that work. Right? If the child
Yes.
you're not connected to, the child doesn't know you. I mean,
That's
how can
right.
you correct the child? There's
That's
no, there's
right.
no, it's
that's
not
that's just
magic.
it. That's
It's
just
not
it.
magic, honestly. So thank you for sharing that. Oh yes, I always want to speak to them. I always want to speak to them. It's always such a joy. It's such
Yeah.
a joy for me speaking to these children. And if you're just watching us, we are live on my exceptional child journey with the amazing, incredible Mrs. Nkechi Esoga. Have you shared this link? If you're not sharing this link, if you're not sharing this amazing testimony, you are not doing the right thing. Please share the link with your family, your friends, put it on your status, share it in groups you belong to. Tell another parent, you might just be helping another child. Thank you, Ma, again for being here. It's
Thank
it's
you,
just been an
Coach.
amazing time with you. Thank you so, so, so
Thank
much.
you so
I'll
much.
just go to the next question.
Yes.
Honestly, sometimes the thing is, we sometimes people outside even notice this growth before we do. But I'm glad that you're noticing these little changes in them. It's just amazing. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. Now, many parents believe that maybe my child is fine. I don't really need this and all of it. What would you like to say to some parents that are watching us right now? Please tell us.
So, which is very valid, if you think your child is fine, that's awesome.
Yeah.
However, if we are really examining, I don't know, which part of the world you grew up in, people grew up in, but I will assume that a lot of us grew up in Nigeria.
Mm,
If we're really looking at our upbringing, we will identify that the connection with our parents, doors and channels of conversation for most people were not really that open, where you could talk about different things. For example, talking to my kids are 7 and 8.
mm,
When we were little, our parents did not necessarily, at least some parents did not necessarily talk to their children about vaping and smoking at that age. They didn't
mhm,
talk to their children about sexual purity at that age. It wasn't necessary at that time. They didn't think it was until you got to being a teenager, then they will start to hammer down on you, things like that. Those little things that teach children awareness, self-awareness, helping children build resilience. There's also a book about resilience, independence, and resilience.
yeah,
And I always ask, like my daughter will come, she's looking for her socks and she tries to make a mountain out of a molehill. And I say, is that resilience? So, and she will pause and think. So things like that, teaching those little things that the children learn to help them grow on their own. You will not always be there. Like you mentioned earlier, coach, you will not always be there to support them, to talk for them, to cover and to protect them. But knowing that your child can make the right decision when you are not there is the greatest blessing ever. That's what I think. When you are not there, they can look sin in the face and say, no, I am not going to, I am not going to succumb to you. That is the greatest. And that is what the tribe does for you. It teaches them that you are responsible for your actions. You are independent. You should build resilience. Even if it's hard, keep trying. Keep trying, keep trying. And especially around this age group, for my own children, that's something that is difficult for them to know. But if I'm saying it, Coach Emo is saying it, another voice, and in the environment or wherever is saying the same thing. It is emphasized, it is amplified. So I would like to encourage you. Get your children a coach. Get your children a coach GMO who knows these things, who can relate, the books are so easy to read and digest with examples. The voice notes are so easy to read, digest, and apply as well. The video sessions are so easy to connect to. The children have games and fun time, but they also get the information presented to them in very relatable and understandable fashion. So all of that is important so that when you are not there, you can beat your chair. You can go on vacation, go to Bali or go anywhere in the world and you can look and say, no, it's fine. I know what my children are doing at this time. I can trust them versus always looking over your shoulder, because you're wondering, okay, what are they doing now? That's the point that we are working on to attain. And I know, as we continue in this journey of intentionality and as God continues to give us grace, because we work and we pray as well, so when even here, they're not just being built up physically, they're also being built up spiritually. Learning that prayer is important, learning that, it's good to study the Bible, and you can actually apply it even using the daily devotionals, that come on the group too. Learning that you can do this and there's applicable steps every day on how you can apply what you've read in the devotional for the day. So it's just really all around growth. And I encourage everybody, get yourself into this place and learn from the tribe. Let your children grow as you grow too as a parent.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was just, in fact, when you mentioned about the vaping thing, I remember when we had the Thriving Diaspora course, when I shared the workbook just a day before the course, a parent reached out to me and said, you're talking about vaping. This is, my child is only 8 years. It's too early. And I was like, oh, really? I had to show her my research on vaping. I found out that even there's a toy now, vaping toy for children ages 1+, vaping toy. And there's a real vape that they've labeled nicotine-free vape for children. I think that's from 2 years and above. Real vape. And how can we even confirm that that's really truly nicotine-free for 2 years and above? I don't understand why there's a need to give a child of 1 year vape as a toy, or even a nicotine-free vape to use. So the world is not smiling at our children. They are working overtime to ensure that
yes, that is so true. Yes,
the
market,
we are joking with is not joking with us. He has agents, so we must be intentional as well. We start early, especially in the diaspora. There's a lot of things that you have to start early to start imbibing
that
these
is
children.
correct.
You'll be surprised. In fact, from my research, I found out there was a school in England, I won't mention the name. The head teacher was saying that children in, I don't know class what, when I checked, it was like from 7 years. Some of them were using vapes at that early age. So we can't just be joking, honestly. So when you mentioned that, I remember that's why I was like, yeah, you're very, very correct. Thank you so much. That was really, really powerful.
Yes. Sorry. And another thing I wanted to say too, like you were mentioning, they've also taught them, it's funny. Thankfully, of course, maybe we live in a more conservative environment where we live, but they've also taught them about smoking, alcohol, drug abuse in their school. In their school, 7 years. So, and you as a parent are saying, oh, it's not necessary for me to bring up this discussion, They will also teach them about sex very soon. But then they might teach them about that and say, it's fine if you do this, but as long as you are protecting yourself. Which truth are they going to receive? What trumps what they get? Is it what you're telling them or what school is telling them? Because when they came home and they showed us the slip about the child abuse course that they had, no, not child abuse, drug abuse, alcohol, smoking, all of that, they brought the slip home. They taught them, it was like a whole week thing that they taught them at school. I went through it carefully to make sure that the information passed on also aligns with our value, because they might teach them that, but it's not in the way that they should be taught as children of God, as Christians and people who share your value system. So if we continue to stay ignorant, either we're maybe pretending or we're saying it's not yet time, it might be too late by the time we realize it. That's just the truth, for us to be able to make impact in these children's lives. And now at this age where they are, for me, they are still very much amenable to change and teaching and tutoring, but it will get to a point where other voices, might be very loud as well in their life. So we want to take the advantage of the time that we have.
Honestly, thank you so much for sharing that. We must take advantage of the time we have. Honestly, we must start early. The earlier we start exposing the children to the real truth, the better.
Yeah.
Because the world exposes them very early to the lies
Yeah.
of the world. Thank you so much, Ma. If you can describe the transformation of Easton and Elora in just 3 words, what would that be and why? Thank you.
So I would say exceptional,
Wow.
self-aware, confident.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Yes, exceptional, self-aware. I'm very, very confident. I'm trying to rush off so that I'll let you go because you told me you're supposed to be at work soon. Thank you so much for being here. Do you have any final words? What would you like to say to all parents listening now before we let you go, Ma, please?
I would say just give it a chance, give it a go. The next session begins next in January, if I'm not mistaken, Coach JMO.
Yes.
So, reach out to the team and find out how you can get involved in this. And I'm sure you will be blessed as well as your children.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Nkechi. We really appreciate you. Thank you so, so, so much for sacrificing your time. Thank you for your support. Thank you for believing in this vision. Please give Ethan and Elora a big hug from us. That's why I celebrate them loudly. Family, help us give a round of applause to this incredible woman, Mrs. Nkechi. Thank you so much, Ma. I will just let you go now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. I honor you, Ma. Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
you.
I'll
Thank
let
you,
you
Ma.
go now.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Ma. Bye. Please, parents, listen carefully. So what I'm about to share with you, it can change the entire trajectory of your child's journey. Let's talk about the effects of low self-esteem and low confidence on a child's brain. See, when we were sharing that, if you had listened to Miss Nkechi, like talking about vaping and all of it, everything we do in the tribe is geared towards ensuring that these children are able to stand for themselves in a world that there's so much pressure around us in this present world. The truth is that we are raising children in one of the most difficult generations, so we can't be sleeping. A child with low confidence and low self-esteem is the one that can easily be pushed around, the one that can easily fall for peer pressure. Honestly, now low self-esteem does not just affect behavior. Do you know that? It affects their brain as well. A child with low confidence struggles with working memory, creativity, decision making, risk assessment, emotional regulation, problem solving, peer interaction, leadership capacity, even initiative, public speaking, academic performance as well. Did you see that? Low confidence literally shrinks a child's willingness to try. It creates a mental freeze, a mental freeze response. The brain goes into protection mode, not growth mode. But here's the good news, parents. Confidence can be built in any child. Any child can rise. Any child can become bold. Any child can find their voice. Any child can break out of fear, out of shyness and silence. I have seen this repeatedly in the tribe. I have. Let me remind you of Mrs. Tosin's daughter, Ewa. She shared last week, before she joined the tribe, she said, even if everyone knew the answer, that she would never raise her hand to not in school, not in church, nowhere. That she would never want to attempt answering, even when she knew the answer. But after joining the tribe, what happened? She began to raise her hand first. She volunteers boldly now. She speaks to strangers confidently. She engages in class without fear. If you didn't watch that session, just go back and watch it. She's blossoming like fire. That is what confidence training does to a child. Children rise when someone believes in them, when someone guides them, when someone equips them. Did you see that? This is very, 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 very important. And also, parents, I need you to know that. Just know that a child without structure also will struggle in a lot of things. In focus, in time management, in discipline, in responsibility, academic follow-through, of course, in consistency, in executive functioning skills. Children thrive when their life has order. Routines reduce anxiety. Structure gives your brain stability. And guess what? In, of course, 2026 cohort, we have a whole month dedicated to structure, time management, and routines. You heard me tell that to Ms. Nkechi as well. We even have 2 powerful books, of course, on that. My Time, My Routine, My Superpower for ages 6+, routines for champions for ages 10 plus. So it's just amazing. These books will teach your child, how to plan. So that month, all the webinars will be on routines and structures, how to manage their time, how to plan, how to reduce distractions, how to create routines, how to stay consistent, how to build discipline, how to manage schoolwork and chores, how to take responsibility. It's just going to be amazing. Even after our structured lessons, you see, she became more organized, right? She became more intentional and far more disciplined. This is what structure does. Your child needs these skills now, not in the future. Please, parents, let's not postpone what let's not postpone our child's future. Like, your child needs these skills now. Remember, early bird discount for the January cohort ends on 30th of this month. Register now. If you register now, you pay only £50 or 100,000 naira for a full year, January to December. After November 30th, prices return to £70 or 140,000 naira. So don't miss this. Your child deserves confidence. Your child deserves emotional intelligence. Your child deserves discipline, godly values, structure, purpose, leadership mindset, communication skills. Your child deserves peer resistance. Oh yes, resilience, mental stability, executive functioning skills, strong identity. So do not wait until damage appears. Prevention is better than repair. I always say this. Prevention is better than repair. Did you hear that? Prevention is better. I say you are an amazing parent, no doubt, but you cannot give what you were not trained to teach. This is why mentors are here for you. Your child needs guidance. Your child also needs a second voice. Your child needs coaching. Your child needs structure, biblical wisdom, your leadership skills, emotional mastery. Oh yes, that's why the tribe exists. Oh, and I cannot wait to coach, to mentor, to cheerlead your child in 2026. So please jump in. I can't wait to have your child as my mentee. Once again, thank you so much to Ms. Nkechi Esoga. We honor you deeply, ma. Thank you for showing up despite your busy schedule. And of course, the time zone. Please hug Laura and Ethan on our behalf. We celebrate them loudly. To every parent watching now, please like, share, invite someone. Don't keep this transformation to yourself, please. Don't keep this transformation journey to yourself. Oh, please be live again on another incredible journey tomorrow. We're going to have another amazing parent come to share the incredible transformation she has seen in her children. And yes, a special shout out to you, Mrs. Choma. She said that's my friend. She's the one that introduced Mrs. Nkechi to the tribe. Now, parents, this transformation you heard today became possible because Mrs. Choma introduced her friend to the tribe. What are you doing? If you're not sharing this link, if you're not introducing your friends and family, then you're wrong. You're just wrong. You're just wrong. You can't keep the transformation to yourself. You build others by sharing things like this. You make the world a better place by making your community a better place. So you start from your community, share the news of the Exceptional Children's Tribe. Help us reach as many children as possible, because this is a God-ordained platform for children's transformation. Oh, yes, it is. My name is Kojemo. I am your child's confidence coach. I am that confidence coach that your child really needs. Yes, your child deserves mentorship. Your child deserves a community that uplifts them. Your child deserves me. So please secure their slot today. Early bird discount ends on the 30th of November. God bless you. As always, stay exceptional, stay joyful, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Do not miss being here tomorrow for another incredible transformation journey from another parent. Remember again, the pre-orders for our 12 life transforming books is starting on the 28th of November, 28th of this month. Please take advantage of the pre-orders period to get these books at very, very, very discounted prices. You heard the transformation Mrs. Nkechi shared about our books. Like, our books are so relatable. A lot of children have told me that our books are irresistible. And truly, we make them very relatable. This time around, we have different books for different ages. Age appropriate, we have books for ages 6+ and books for ages 10+. Amazing and incredible books. Honestly, we have books on Time management, we have books of leadership. We have The Leader in Me. We have the Confident Communicator. We have Routines for Champions. We have My Time, My Routine, My Smart. We have Money Smart. We have Money Smart for ages 6 plus. We have Money Mastery for ages 10 plus. We have incredible books this time. Take advantage of the pre-order period. And of course, we have Memory Verses for Exceptional Champions. More than 100 scriptures, like a memory verse for children, like very relatable with practical things to do, affirmations. It's incredible. That book is for all ages. Memory Verses for Exceptional Champions. You need to have that book. So please join the pre-orders on 28th. Spread this words. Just spread it everywhere. And I'll see you again tomorrow. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, parents. Thank you so much for being here. And please remember to like, to subscribe, and remember to subscribe, remember to be here again tomorrow, and remember to share this link to your friends, to your family, and your relatives. I love you so much, and stay exceptional. Bye for now.
If she's comfortable to do something, I can tell you if she's comfortable to do something. She said, my mommy, I've set my alarm. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to bathe myself. I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm going to do everything as fast as possible, and I'm going to eat double breakfast. And so I really, really, really love that. I appreciate it. She's involved.
Wow.
She's involved.
Wow.
Before, if Hewa read this book now, she'll read half the page and drop it. Not my same hair I'm talking about. She's ready to stay late night reading a book until she finished.
Wow.
Until she finished it. And I'm really, really grateful, Coach Jemo. Thank you for your work. Thank you for these books. Thank you so much. I will come to this, join this journey, join this trend. Put your children in an exceptional children's tribe. Get yourself prepared. Even as a mother, we don't know it all, because you need to help yourself to help your child. Because of our journaling skills, I'm inspired to always know when something comes to my head, write it down. We are more organized when we have things to do, appointments to do. We write it down. She knows. She goes there. My mommy, we are doing this first. My mommy, the next day, because we have organized ourselves, we try to train ourselves together to go on this journey. So our advise parents, even as you're putting your child in this exceptional children academy, try and get yourself something. No one is an island of themselves. Learn, join something there. And I've seen the changes. I've heard people's testimonies, and I know how it has helped me.